Long before the stage production and Tom Hooper's live singing extravaganza starring Hugh Jackman, Richard Boleslavsky adapted Victor Hugo's epic novel for the silver screen to great success. From 1935 and 20th Century Pictures, this is Les Miserables, and you can watch it for free on the new free streaming app Mometu. I'm Harry Marks. You can find me on TikTok at Lobby Intros as the host of the classic film history channel Let's All Go to the Lobby. If you're familiar with any of the other Les Mis adaptations, including the Broadway show, then you already know the story. A recently released prisoner named Jean Valjean tries to build a life for himself while on the run from the law, as his home country of France changes around him. This version of Hugo's story differs in many significant ways from its source material. For example, Valjean's prison sentence is reduced from 19 years to 10 years. Characters like Gavroche are cut entirely, and some characters have completely different backstories. For example, here, Eponine isn't the Thénardier's daughter, she's the secretary of the revolutionaries. These changes were necessary to squeeze a coherent and complete plot into 108 minutes, and the Hays Code's recent implementation meant many of the more graphic depictions of poverty and abuse had to be toned down, or removed entirely from the script. For a more complete adaptation, at almost 5 hours long, check out the French version directed by Raymond Bernard, which was released 1 year before this one. But Boleslavsky's film was epic in other ways, namely in its ambition. Getting the story under control was only part of it. The other part was making a splash against a competing studio, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, or MGM. 20th Century Pictures head Darryl Zanuck wanted to send a message to MGM's David O. Selznick that his studio could also do the kinds of high-concept literary adaptations that MGM was known for. So Zanuck cast Frederick March as Valjean. March had already made a name for himself in major hits like 1932's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, for which he won the Oscar for Best Actor. This was a huge get for the studio, which was about to be merged with Fox Film Corporation, giving us the now legendary 20th Century Fox. Les Miserables was the final film 20th Century made before the merger. As for Fantine, the young single mother Valjean tries to help toward the beginning of the film, the role was given to Florence Eldridge, March's real-life wife. Les Miserables was a hit and was nominated for a number of Academy Awards, including Best Picture. It lost to Mutiny on the Bounty from MGM. Charles Laughton, who played Javert, was also nominated for Best Actor that year, but not for Les Mis. He'd co-starred in Mutiny on the Bounty, along with Clark Gable. Both actors were up for the same award, and both lost to Victor McLaglen, who starred in RKO's The Informer. And so here it is, starring Frederick March, Charles Laughton, Florence Eldridge, and Rochelle Hudson, from director Richard Boleslavsky and 20th Century Pictures. This is 1935's Les Miserables, now streaming for free on Mometu.